Scott Jones gets the goal. And in a low-scoring game, this could be big.
In a lower-scoring game, this could be the only goal. I hate to say this with so much snow on the ground and people so bundled up, but this really breaks the ice of the game. Typically speaking, the first goal scored by either team takes the pressure off. For the attacking team, it takes the pressure. For the team that scored the goal, it takes the pressure off because they know what they're doing. For the defending team, it now gives them greater resolve that they're going to go ahead and go forward.
Foul called on Dwayne Meyer.
Mark McClutchy is going to try to put this ball to the far post. We can anticipate that his forwards, attackers, are going to try to come in with it.
It's loose out in front, and Mike Cunningham goes down and holds on.
Corey Cook, again, is there when it's important.
And there you see the crowd, some of them here at Lowell. Nice kick. All the way out to the midfield line.
That's hard to believe.
Past it.
That's hard to believe.
Well, the ball is hard and frozen.
Hard and frozen. It's so heavy. He had two things going for him. One, he had the ability to do it, but two, he had the wind with him too. And the wind probably gave him an extra 10 yards. Nice marking by Petoskey there.
Ball along the near side. They're in the muck there. A lot of standing water right down there. Scott Jones is on it. Tries to get it back to his teammate, Ron Baller.
As the afternoon goes on, even though the temperature may get colder, the field is actually going to get sloppier. And it's going to get sloppier because the players have been on the field so long. This is a nice push right by Trevor Huffman.
Right. Stays right on the line there in that groove. And North just clears it out. Nice move.
North was very lucky at that particular point. Paul Hayes is going to take the throw for Petoskey. And he's doing the smart move, taking a short throw to somebody you can see. Mark McClutchy. Mark is just a tenacious player, and he seems to be in every single play now. Trevor Huffman puts it in the corner.
Oh, nice header.
And
scores. Oh, what a header there by number 8, Corey Cook.
And what happened here is Mark McClutchy took it down almost to the flag and passed it over, and Corey Cook did a flip header. And here we come. Near the touch, he's near the end line, does a beautiful pass. The pass comes with a flick and just twists his head and flicks it right in. A nice job.
Just
and perfect, right into the corner, too.
Perfect, upper corner. And we're tied 1-1.
This puts some excitement back into the crowd, and it makes both teams feel good. Now it's a 0-0 game again. The beautiful part about having 1-1 is each team now knows that they can score. Each team knows that they can play. Each team now is even. So we still have like an even game. Yet, all the edge is taken off of it now. And for both teams, that's important to have the edge taken off.
Lutheran North can't keep it in along the near side. Petoskey throw in. This is the Class B state championship game in boys soccer.
What we can anticipate now from this point, we can anticipate for about the next 5 to 10 minutes some positioning. Whereas before it wasn't positioning we wanted to find out, we have to position a little bit more.
Ball along the near side. This is Mark McClutchy. Plays it right in, but Mike Cunningham comes out and holds on.
Corey Cook was right there. Corey almost had a second goal there, but Mike Cunningham has beautiful hands. When you talk to David Rocklitz, the coach, he keeps giving praise for his keeper, and rightly so. Although it's still a goal was scored against him this game, Mike Cunningham has done a beautiful job.
Petoskey on the far side. This is Pumareo. Gets it back for Vandenald.
Petoskey is smart this half. They're doing much shorter passes. They're not trying to do a long ball pass. At this point, Lutheran North still has not adapted themselves to change to a...
There's a face full of mud right there. And a little holding call there on number 9, Nick Lair. And here, let's check this out.
We now know where the mud is. They're both going to come for the fight. They both want that ball.
Right here, right at the bottom of your screen. Watch this.
And they just slide into all this muck here.
Their moms are going to be thrilled about washing those uniforms.
They're going to have a nice ride back.
And the ball stays on the near side. Scott Jones getting his ankles a little wet.
You can hear, as you listen to the field microphone, you can hear what's happening. It is slush now.
Yep.
Even though it's freezing cold, what's happening is that the water is starting to drain out. We're starting to see more greenery, but because it's more green, this field is just going to be like a minor swimming pool.
At midfield, having trouble keeping his balance is Matt Vandernaald.
Lutheran North is playing a little more sloppy at this half. They are becoming aggressive, but the aggressiveness might bring them some cards for their players. They have to watch that. They have to watch that carefully. Mark McClutchy came in with a nice tackle save there. He had 3 defenders against him.
Ball goes out. Throw in for Petoskey.
Petoskey's doing a nice job of marking their players, a much better job than Lutheran North at this moment.
We're tied 1-1 with 31 minutes, 19 seconds left to go here in the second half. Very evenly played game. Scott Jones getting the goal here in the 43rd minute of the second half for Lutheran North. Then Corey Cook scored 2 minutes later, and we're tied 1-1.
At this point, both teams are trying to press their ball forwards, and they're not being successful at getting it into the final third of the field, the attacking third. But that's to be expected because all throughout the entire season, both Petoskey and Lutheran North have played their game in the midfield from literally the 18 to the 18. Every time North comes near that ball, Petoskey's right there.
Oh! Another foul going down is Scott Jones.
Brian Coots will take the kick. Coots is a long ball player, but at this point, the long ball doesn't make sense.
There you see the ball resting in the ice and the water and the mud and the grass. Ball down for Scott Jones.
Brian Van Hegel was smart to bring that in.
Lutheran North substituting, bringing 2 players in. Number 15, Michael Benson, and number 6, Dan Wolka. 29-25 left to go here in the second half.
John Rossi will be taking the throw.
Rossi on the throw in. And they get it again.
Another throw in. Almost went to a corner there.
Yep.
It's interesting. The second half of any soccer game typically.
Oh, nice center out in front of shot. Oh, great
Beautiful
defensive
save.
move there by number 11, Marty Smith.
Marty Smith. If Marty Smith wasn't there, that ball was going in. We have a handball. We have a handling on that ball. It's interesting. The psychology of a 40-minute second half is that the first half is the first 10 minutes are aggressive. The next 10 minutes typically are like a lull in a game. The third 10 minutes in a second half game is the realization we've got to get going, guys. And the fourth 10 is a do or die situation. Again, Lutheran North is going to try a long ball, but the players are too spread out. If I were North players, I would have tried to flood.
Oh, a
Nice.
chance.
Oh.
And it goes right up, tipped over the crossbar by Travis Grote on the shot by Scott Jones.
Had Travis Gross not touched that, that would have come in probably 2 inches under the net. Did a beautiful job there.
Here it is again.
Travis would have gone right in.
That's in.
And Travis saved that for Petoskey. Beautiful job. Starting to snow again. That can affect Travis Grote because the snow is directly in his face. Lutheran North uses one attacker in the box and tried a header, but the header was way too far out. The wind actually is now starting to move almost directly west against the field, so that will favor neither team. The only thing bad for Travis Grote is the snow keeps coming down and the winds start changing. It affects his ability to see things.
A long kick, almost out to midfield. Once again, Lutheran North on the attack. They have 3 forwards coming up. And Petoskey comes right back.
Nice move by
Here come the
Petoskey.
Northmen. Here's a chance, a wide open goal. And they score. Oh, boy. He almost missed the open net.
Adam Olson put that one in. And what happened there is that the keeper came so far out. Of course, he had to because he was the only one left. There was no one else to help him.
And Petoskey takes a 2-1 lead.
And what we have here is defenders who couldn't get to the ball. The nearest defender was too far out. And then we see a keeper who decides that he has to come out, and he comes out as far as he can, and he was too far out. Just goes right and rolls into the corner. And there, the ice helped push the ball in. Nothing could have stopped that anyway, though.
So the snow is starting to come back down quite heavily again. And Petoskey has a 2-1 lead.
We have an injured player
on the field.
And we're getting a warning
Trevor
to number
Huffman.
9. Number 9 has been warned for his play.
There's Trevor. Seems to be okay.
What we have is 2 players coming at each other. Okay, and what he did was he twisted his ankle as he was trying to push. Nice long ball and good try. But
once again, another great header
Corey
by
Cook.
Charlie Matz. Two to one, Petoskey has the lead. All the goals coming in the second half. We're not even halfway finished with it, and we've had 3 goals here in the second half. Lutheran North in the yellow shirts, Petoskey in the white shirts. At least they started out white.
Each team has played intelligently, and Mike Cunningham was smart to go out for that. The only problem was that because of this field condition, with all the ice and snow on the field, or certainly the snow on the field, and the sloppiness now on the field, he could not recover quickly enough.
Ball gets played down the far side. Stays in. Now it goes over the sideline. A Petoskey throw in.
If you watch the players carefully, Lutheran North is becoming more physical with their play, which is okay as long as it's done legally. And because they're more physical, there's going to be a lot more complaints at this point.
And Petoskey, well, they changed their mind, going the other way. Lutheran North gets to throw it in. Or it's a kick, rather.
It's actually a foul right at the line there.
Anthony!
And the kick stays along the near side. Header taken there by Mike Benson. Coming up now for number 6, this is Dan Wolka. Wolka plays it down the left side. Up for Scott Jones. Jones crosses over. And Petoskey comes away now. Here come the Northmen. Players having problems staying on their feet.
This is going to it's going to continue to actually get worse for them to be on their feet. And this is going to hurt North. Petoskey has the momentum at this particular point, and they're going to have to watch themselves because it's just getting sloppier by the second.
Here's a chance for Petoskey. The ball's in the box, crossed over in front, header, and a goal, another one. This time it's number 9, Charlie Matz.
That was a beautiful goal by Matz.
And Petoskey has scored 3 straight goals.
It's a nice push. Number 5 just does a nice, beautiful crossover, and Matt takes his hat and puts it right into the court. He didn't have to flick it that time. He just did it.
Yep.
Just did it straight on.
And the momentum of the goalie was taking him over to the left, and Charlie put it in the right corner of the goal.
This has to be real difficult for Dave Rocklitz now. Dave has to let his players know, look, guys, we can handle it. We can do the things right. Don't worry about it. We can do it. We can handle it.
Lutheran North kicking off.
Petoskey is taking advantage of the field conditions, and they're taking advantage of their skill on the short balls. Each one of the goals, all 4 goals were short goals this half. Nothing long ball. We can't expect any long balls here. No goal was over 15 yards or 10 yards.
You're starting to see that aggressive play by Lutheran North, Sheldon.
Right, it is getting aggressive, and the good part about it is that they have to be more aggressive.
Right.
The bad part about it is if you become overly aggressive, it can come back to haunt you.
The kick taken by Lutheran North. Held up by Trevor Huffman.
North is making smart use now of short passes. And they have to continue making short passes because to do a long pass is...
Here's a chance. Oh, did it go over the line?
It went in.
It went in.
It went in. It went in and then bounced out. Oh, well.
Now they're winning the corner. Here it is again.
No, it did not go in. Let's see. Let's just see what happens. It hit the post. It must have hit the post. Let's see.
Well, he tries to get his foot on it. Oh, my.
No,
he stopped it.
He stopped it.
He stopped it before it went over the line. It is an amazing play there by number 16, David Pomereo.
That was a good call. Great call by Julian Allen, the linesman on that one. And it was a good defensive move. Part of that ball was in. There's no doubt about it. Part of that ball was in.
Incredible stop by David Pomereo.
Good officiating on that part. Julian Allen had his eyes where they were supposed to be. He made the proper call as a linesman. The center referee depended upon that, and it was the right call. It was a great call. That would have been a 3-2 game, but now we're still a 3-1. Petoskey still coming back, still doing nice short passes, and they're frustrating Lutheran North at this point with short passes.
Plus, having something like that happen to you has to take some of the starch out of Lutheran North.
Oh, absolutely.
When you get right up to the line and get it knocked away like that. "19 minutes and 40 seconds left to go here in the second half. Petoskey with a 3-1 lead on Lutheran North. North almost scored just a few minutes ago, which would have brought them within one. And they're mounting an attack again.
The reason why North almost scored is that they brought in a lot of players, and they were all close by. And surprisingly enough, having so many players close by was good because you didn't know who was going to get the ball. This has been a nice move, and good save by Travis Grote, but a fairly easy save.
Scott Jones with the shot. And once again, Travis Grote kicks it out almost to midfield.
There's a good resolve by Lutheran North right now. But at this moment, the defense, it was a great defensive move keeping that ball all the way out. And the defense has been doing beautiful for Petoskey. At this point, it's been the last 4 or 5 minutes, Petoskey's defenders have kept this game more than alive. They've kept their team ahead.
And the ball gets cleared out to midfield.
Somebody once said, if you don't have good defenders, you'll never have scores. And the more I see soccer, the more I realize that really the person who can put that ball in is great, but he has to have 10 other players behind
That's right.
him.
Here comes North again.
So far, North has been a more physical team, but Petoskey has more finesse at this point.
Here's a chance for Petoskey now. This is Charlie Matz. Plays it high. Animal, no, that's Dave Pumareo. And Mike Cunningham comes out and holds on and says, get down there. Get down there. I'm going to kick it away. And he does. High kick out to midfield. Charlie Matz loses it to Scott Jones, and he and Matz go down in the mud. Once again, Jones on the near side, and Matz battle for the ball. Coming up with it is number 15, Vandernal. And Mike Thurman tries to clear it out, having some problems. And boys soccer kicks off a great year of high school championship coverage on Pro-Am Sports. In about 2 weeks, we'll have live coverage of the 1995 MHSAA Girls Basketball Finals and show you the finals of the 1995 Football Finals. In March, televised events include the finals of the Girls Competitive Cheer, Ice Hockey, Lower Peninsula Girls Volleyball Tournament, and the Boys Basketball Finals. We wind the package up in June with coverage of the Girls Soccer Finals, right here on Pass.
So far, North has just brought in 2 new players. Scott Barra, a midfielder, who's a senior, and number 13, Matt Sitek, midfielder, sophomore. So he's brought in 2 midfielders to rest up his current midfielders.
And there's 15 minutes and 53 seconds left to go in the second half. It's 3-1 Petoskey. Lutheran North, Macomb Lutheran North scored the first goal of the second half. Then it's been all Petoskey since then, as Corey Cook, Adam Olson, and Charlie Matz have put the ball in the net for the Northmen.
Clearly, Petoskey is this field his favorite Petoskey, and it's paying off for them. where North has been used to doing such long balls and controlling a wide field and playing a wide game. They can't do that here. And Lutheran North is being frustrated by a good defensive line by Petoskey. Petoskey is not allowing any shots on goal and is trying to keep it down as low as they can.
Petoskey trying to clear it out. Charlie Matz at midfield, number 9. Matz staying on the ball. Nice pass ahead to number 15, Vandernald. Matt Vandernald had it knocked down. Matz can't make the defensive stop. But coming over to help, Trevor Huffman. Huffman playing it down for Vandernald. Vandernald in the box, goes down in the snow.
And the ball.
The ball just stopped.
The ball just died.
Three new players coming in for Petoskey.
Petoskey brings in back in Corey Cook. Chris Vorenkamp came back in with Corey Cook back in now. Corey, here comes the attacking forward, and this will help them.
On the corner, comes out in the middle.
And the ball goes right to Corey Cook for a header.
And here are the shots.
Fairly even shots on goal. Petoskey's 3 more shots have given them 2 more goals. Right now, Petoskey has almost their entire starting line in. Vandernald has done beautifully twice now. With Corey Cook coming in the last minute, it's turned out to be beautiful.
And play goes on, and now it's whistled down. The finals of the 1995 MHSAA football playoffs take place Thanksgiving weekend at the Pontiac Silverdome, with 4 games each day. On Friday, November 26th, action takes place in the single-letter divisions, with the double-letter championships being decided Saturday, November 27th. Tickets are now available through the Pontiac Silverdome box office. Our coverage of the finals on Pass begins December 3rd with the Class D finale.
Well, so far, Petoskey has had better speed in this snow, has played a much tighter game, and has made fewer mistakes, and it's paid off. We have a free kick now. This can be dangerous because this is only 20 yards out, and that's good enough for a good, solid player. If this was a direct free kick, which it is a direct free kick, I would try to kick this ball in low. If I were Lutheran North, actually I'd have more of my players closer to the goalie, so wait for the rebound. Lutheran North goalkeeper is now playing near the midfield line. He's 35, 40 yards out of his goal.
What's the strategy on that?
Strategy is you need more field players with 11 minutes left to play. You might as well try to get as many field players as possible. Travis Grote did a nice job of saving that kick on goal.
And now Mike Cunningham has to backpedal a little bit.
The players here, number 10, Petoskey, is getting, Mark McClutchy is getting a little testy. And it's now become a one-on-one game. Ron Baller, number 8, is having a few choice words with him. Keeper for Lutheran North now is playing almost at the top of the 18, top of the penalty area, because he's trying to give as much field position for his defenders. That is okay in a normal season. And when you're 2 goals down, I suppose that makes sense at this point. But with as sloppy a field this is, I don't know if I'd play a little bit more conservative. He's right now moving back almost to the 12. He's going to the 6. Corey Cook, again, just tenacious, good player.
And here comes Petoskey Thurman puts it inside. And the Lutheran North player kicks it back out. Trevor Huffman lays it inside.
Vandernaldo's not giving up.
Oh, a shot.
And the ball just dies. It doesn't even go.
It doesn't even go
Corey
out.
Cook is going to take a nice little pop.
Any other day of the year, it goes out. Videotapes of this year's MHSAA boys soccer finals are available for purchase through Advanced Video Service.